right, so this is the second video, and I'm going to do another example of just the one that we just got done with. So when I write this problem down, I think the best way for you guys to do this is possibly just pause the video, okay? Just pause the video and see if you guys can do it on your own. So remember, we're working vertically, so make sure our x's are under our x's, our y's are under our y's, our equals are under our equals, and our answers are under our answers. So there's something wrong with this problem, so go ahead and figure it out. So pause the video. All right, hopefully you paused the video and hopefully you came up with this one. Okay, I literally just flip-flopped these. Reminder, always take the sign before it. So this is a positive 4y, this is a positive x. Now let's look at this problem now. This is our new problem, as we're gonna say. These are x's, y's, our equals, and our whole numbers. Our x's, do they cancel out? A -4 and a +1? No. A -4y and a +4y, does that cancel out? You bet, they're the same but different signs. So we're gonna X those out. Remember, this is a 1, so -4x plus 1x is a -3x. And then we have a +4 and a +2. 4 plus 2 is 6. X is -2. Now reminder, we're going back to the original problems. Every time you see an X, you're gonna plug in -2. Okay, let's just use the bottom one. So I have 4y plus x, which is -2, equals 2. Okay, so everything stays the same besides x changed to -2. So now I'm going to add 2 on both sides. And divide by 4. So your ordered pair is -2, 1. Reminder, go back up here and plug them in and see if they work. So 4 times 1 is 4, minus 2 is 2. Okay, you got to check the second one too, because sometimes the first one works and the second one doesn't. That means you did something wrong. All right, now let's go to the hard ones that I think a lot of us are getting confused on. Let's take a look at this problem. Ooh, we got a big number here. I might need a calculator. All right, here we go. So I want to cancel something out. Let's make sure that everything is okay. X's, your y's, your equals, your whole numbers, right? Now, can I cancel anything out? 5 and a 1? Nope. A 4 and a 6? Nope. So how do I get something to be the same? Okay. Now, I think this is going to be the easiest because it's a 1, right? I need to make this a what? If this is a 5, if this is a positive 5, this needs to be a, I'm hoping you're thinking a -5. That means I need to multiply it by a -5. That means that this gets multiplied by a -5. This gets multiplied by a -5. And that also gets multiplied by a -5. Okay, the top one, what happens with the top equation? I'm hoping you're thinking it stays the same. We're not even going to mess with it. Okay, so let's multiply. But -5 times 1, -5x. -5 times a -6 is a +30y. And a -5 times a 24 would be a -120. 4 is 20, 10 and 2 is 12. Okay, now let's look at this. Here we go. We have a +5x and a -5x. Those are going to cancel out. So I have a -4y plus 30y, which would be a +26y. And then I have a 42 minus 120. 50, 60, 70. And 12. -28. Or -78, sorry. And then I'm dividing by 26. Hopefully I did my math right. And I'm going to say it goes in there 3 times, -3. 6, 7, yep. Okay, then you're going to take that and plug it in. Now, we're going to use the original problem. So that's this one or that's this one. That's before I multiplied it, okay? So let's take the bottom one. So I have a 1x minus 6 times y, which is -3, equals 24. A -6 and a -3 is a positive 18. And we're going to subtract 18. Should be 6. So my ordered pair is 6, -3. So the only difference is this part right here, right? We need to get something common, a positive and a negative that cancels out. Now, we could have done our y's. We could have done this one multiplied by a 3 and this one multiplied by a 2. That means I would get 12. One would have to be a positive, one would have to be a negative. Okay? So it doesn't matter if you cancel out your x's or y's, it's up to you what you think first, okay? All right, let's do another one. Okay, here we go. Now let's make sure that they're all lined up. Your x's, your y's, equals, and then your answers. Perfect. Now, do you see anything common that can just cancel out right away? I'm hoping you're thinking no. Now, which number do you guys want to change? Do you want to solve for x's? Do you want to solve for y's? I see x's, okay? A 2 and a 4. I know that 2 times 2 is 4, correct? And that means, oops, that this would be 4, that would be -4, and then my x's would be canceled out. That's perfect. That's what I want. Remember, we're multiplying each term by that. Okay? So this would be 4x plus 6y equals -20. This would be -4x plus 5y equals -2. This would cancel out. I'm running out of time. I'm running out of time of making a video. Do we start at 8? Do we start at 8? Okay, I'll be coming. No, you're okay. Every time you see a y, you're plugging in -2. I'm going quickly, but you guys can always go back to the video, okay? So my answer is -2, -2. Okay, now do your homework. Those 5 problems have to be done in order to retake the quiz. Now remember, the expectation is to get those done. I'm here Friday at 7:30. Come and get help.